Hey everyone, here's my review for The Wolfman starring Benicio del Toro and Anthony Hopkins. Now, I've been waiting for this movie for a little while, mostly because I love The Wolfman, the original movie. When I was a kid, I used to love it. I haven't seen it since I was a kid, and yeah, I just really wanted to see it because, I want to see a wolf screw shit up. After seeing Twilight New Moon, I wanted to see a real werewolf. I don't want to see freaking a guy flip out and turn into a dog, pretty much. Okay, I wanted to see a real werewolf, so yeah, I was kind of anticipating this movie, and did it live up to my anticipation? Well, you'll have to find out in the rest of the review. Okay, now, Story in the Wolfman is that classic old story of a guy that gets bit by a werewolf, and he turns into a werewolf every full moon, pretty much. Not really much to say here. That's pretty much the story. So, overall, I like the story. I'm going to try to get through the story quick because it's a simple old story. Everybody knows what the story is, so why should I get through it? I like the story still after all these days, after being a child and always knowing about the story. I still like it. It's a great story overall. So let's just go on to acting of the movie and then the violence of the movie because, oh boy. Anyway, let's go on to the act. Okay, now the acting overall was pretty good. I have to admit, Benicio del Toro plays the main character, Lawrence Tebble, and I actually liked his character a lot. I don't know why everybody's giving him shit for like, oh, he makes me fall asleep, oh, he's so boring and stuff, blah, blah, blah. I liked his character, so screw you. Anyway, yeah, I liked this character. I also liked Emily Blunt, even though I thought she was gonna piss me off in the film. I really thought she was gonna piss me off because she's more of the pretty girl in most films. I know she can act, but I just thought she was kind of miscast. But no, she did decent overall. So yeah, and the two that I really liked were Anthony Hopkins and Hugo Weaving. Hugo Weaving, you might remember him. He's the voice of Megatron and Transformers, and obviously you'll probably know him from this. He's Mr. Smith from Matrix. Mr. Anderson, that guy, the sunglasses and the clones, all that shit. Hello, Mr. Smith. How are you? I'm doing good, Mr. Smith. All that shit, I don't remember much from Matrix. I haven't seen Matrix in a long ass time. But yeah, he was in that, and he was great in that. And Anthony Hopkins is in this, and he's really good also in this, even though there's they kind of threw him away later on in the film, to be honest. At the end, there's something that happens with him which felt like, oh, that's it. Oh, that was kind of stupid. Anyway, yeah, I didn't like what happened to him at the end, but I liked him throughout the film. So yeah, the acting overall was pretty good. I told you this review's gonna be fast. We're already at the end, so let's go into violence. And then I'm just gonna go to the overall what I liked about the film, blah blah blah. Okay, now the violence in the film was fantastic. I'll just say the gore effects were great. There's plenty of violence throughout the film, and I didn't expect it to be this violent. I did see the trailer and I saw a little bit of blood. I didn't expect it to be really violent, especially when the guy that directed it was Joe Johnston, who I'm pretty sure made a whole bunch of kids films, and he also made Jurassic Park 3. So Jurassic Park 3 was probably his most violent film. Well, besides this film. This film is definitely more violent than Jurassic Park 3. But yeah, I wasn't expecting it to be this violent, but it was really violent, but in a good way. Definitely a good way. It wasn't silly gore. It was gore when it was necessary. Not really necessary, but, it wasn't silly. It wasn't like Ninja Assassin where one guy gets cut and fucking his whole freaking every drop of blood just comes out of his neck. I'm like, damn, man. But in this one, you see guts and gore and brains splatter everywhere. You never see anything really extremely stupid. You just see something that's like badass. That's it. You just see something that's badass. And yeah. Anyway, overall, violence is awesome. And overall, I love the film. I'm just gonna say it right here. Everybody's like disappointed and stuff, like, the character development's not good. Oh, the main character is boring and stuff. Okay, I'll admit, the main character ain't that great. Lawrence Tebble, he doesn't do as good job as Lon Chaney, I think his name was in the first film. And when I saw the first film, I wasn't really expecting like great acting because when you're a kid, you don't really give a shit. And yeah, I remember it was a great role he did. So yeah. He wasn't the most fantastical character ever, but he didn't bother me like everybody else did. Everybody else got bothered by him, like, oh, he's so boring, boo, he's so miscast and stuff. Like, I didn't think so. I liked his character, and I liked the movie overall. A lot of people just got pissed because they loved the original, so yeah, they loved the original so much when this came out, and it was like, oh, it's so bad. No, The movie's great. I love it. I really love this film. It's one of my favorites this year. I don't care what you say. You could say, oh, you just like gore and stuff. I do like gore a lot, but I also like characters, and I really like the characters in this film. Definitely Hugo Weaving as the detective. I forgot his name, but he was from. You ever saw that movie From Hell? I think that's the same detective who Johnny Depp played. He's the guy that detected on tried to figure out the Jack the Ripper cases, I'm pretty sure, and they even mentioned that in this. And he's barely in the movie, to be honest, but he's still a great character, and Anthony Hopkins is a great character, and I just like the movie overall. Let me just say that I like it. When it gets to the action, it's badass, and when it's not to the action, it's still manageable. It doesn't make you feel tired or anything. It doesn't make you go, oh, this is boring. I'm gonna go see Valentine's Day. No, it doesn't make you ever want to actually go switch theaters and see New Moon for the 8th time in a row. It really just makes you want to stay here and see what happens. And if you know Wolfman, you already know what's gonna happen. But it's still good to watch. I mean, it's a great movie overall. I love it. I don't care what you say. I have to get out of here because I have to go do something. That's why this review might feel rushed. But overall, I'm not gonna give it like a 9 or anything. I'm gonna give it I'll give it 8.6 out of 10. There you go. That's a good score. I don't care. If you don't like it, fine. I do. Okay? Don't always take my reviews into consideration like some other people on YouTube that thinks they're awesome. But yeah, I don't think I'm the best reviewer. I ain't the best reviewer. But whatever. Fuck it. Anyway, yeah. Go see the movie. The end. I like pie. Bye.